Hello, very good afternoon, all of you. Hello, everyone. Hope so. I'm audible. Yes. Am I audible? Hello, are you there? Thanks, Pal, for the response. Okay, let's start with the today's sessions. I just share my screen first. We have started our unit 5, that is the normalization. Yes, hope so the screen is visible for everyone. Okay. Yes, normalization is the process of organizing data in the database, and it includes creating the tables and establishing the relationship in between the tables. In the normalizations, we are applying some kinds of rules on the tables, as well as we divide the larger table into the smaller tables and links them using the relationship. Huh? This is the all our brief idea about the normalization. We have just learned these things in last sessions. Okay, so normalizations have basics types of form, that is the first NF, then second NF, then third NF, and as well as the BCNF. When the form is, or when the table is in non-normalization, that is it's the original or regular tables, and if we restricted that table by applying the some rules, then it's come first in the first NM. After that, we are applying again some rule on that tables. Then it's more restricted than the first NF, and we are converting into the second NF. Then third NF is the more restricted than the second NF, as well as the BCNF is more restricted than the 3NF. Okay, so these are the futures for the good relational database, that is the consistency, cascading, redundancy, queries, performance, as well as the maintenance. After that, we have seen the concept of the atomic domain. The domain is in the original set is atomic values. That is nothing but the indivisible. The contents in the domain, these are the non-broken or indivisible in the format, then we it called as a atomic domain. Okay. So we have seen after that the first NF, that is the first normal form. What's that? A relation will be in a first NF if it contains the atomic values. If each and every domain contains the atomic value, that is the only single value in each and every fields, which are non-divisible, then it's called as a first NF form. Okay. Yes, I am revising these few things. For that, consider this database. Here is the database with the full name, physical address, and then who will rent it, and solutions. Uh, Here, a video library maintains a database. This is the database of the video library. Which movies are the rented out. Without normalizations, the table is contents looks like this. Okay, full name, physical address of the customer, as well as the which kind of movies we are going to rented on that belongs to that customer, and solutions means in brief name. Okay, in little bit description, we can say as a little bit description. Okay, here is the original tables, and now after applying first NF, whether is it in the first NF? No, because in movies rented, column contains more than one values within a single field. So that's why it's not contain the atomic value. So by applying the first normal form, that is what each table cell should contain a single value. This is the first, and each record needs to be unique. Okay, record means whole tuples. Okay, so to convert this one into atomic, we are listing each and every record separately. See over here. At your full name, Janet Jones, physical address and moving renters are the Pirates of the Caribbean and Clash of the Titans and MS. This is the solution. Okay. So over here now, again, Robert Phil address as well as the two movies are rented out. So we are separating each and every value. So that's why the full name, which is Janet Jones, comes two times, and Robert Fields again comes two times, because movies rented values we are separating. Okay. Now, as per them, it should contain the atomic, that is the single value. So we converted this table. This is the original format of the table into the first format by dividing each and every value separately. Hope so you got the difference between the two tables. If is there any doubt, let me know. See over here, there are three records. In these three records, the two records contains movie rented contains two records. So we just separate these records over here, and others values are the same itself. Okay, so that's why the full name Janet Jones as well as the Robert Phil comes two times. So now the original table we are converting into the first NM, because that should contain each and every cell. Cell means this one, single field. Cell should contain a single value. And each record, that is each tuple, is now unique. Okay. Now let's see the next concept, keys and functional dependency. We learn keys concept very well. We know the primary key, but just revising these things one more time. A key in SQL is a value used to identify the records uniquely. And SQL key is a single column. SQL key is a single column. We are applying the keys on a columns itself, or combination of multiple columns. See, according to the primary key, we are applying the primary key on a single column only. But some keys in that we can combine the columns. So SQL key is a single column or combination of the multiple columns used to uniquely identify the rows or tuples in the table. And SQL key is used to identify the duplicate information, and it also helps to establish the relationship. Yes, using for foreign key, we can establish the relationship between the multiple tables. Okay. So columns in the tables. But if there are n number of columns are present over there, can we apply the keys for each and every column? No, not at all. It's not necessary to. We are applying the keys on a specific columns itself. So the columns in the table that is not used to identify the record uniquely, it's called as a non-key columns. Are you getting, students? Key columns as well as the non-key columns. We are learning the concept of key columns. ज्या कॉलम्सला आपण की अप्लाय केलेले आहे दॅट इज कॉल्ड की कॉलम्स, आणि ज्याच्यावर कुठलीच की अप्लाय नाहीये त्याला नॉन की कॉलम्स म्हणतात. सिंपल. ओके. नाउ what is a primary key? You all know how to fire the query or how to create a table using primary key. You know that concept. So it has the following attributes. Primary cannot be null. A primary key value must be unique. A primary key value should rarely be changed. शक्यतो primary कीच्या values हे change होत नाही. And the primary key must be given a value when a new record is inserted. Everyone mute yourself. Now, here the concept, that is the composite key. A composite key. A composite key is a primary composed of multiple columns. See, the purpose of the primary key is what? To identify the each and every record uniquely. Yes. So the composite key is also identify the each and every record unique way. But here we are, for that purpose, we are combining two or more columns. प्रायमरी की मध्ये आपण एका की असं एक कॉलम क्रिएट करतो. सॉरी. प्रायमरी की मध्ये आपण काय करतो, एक एक्स्ट्रा कॉलम ऍड करतो रादर दॅन इन्फॉर्मेशन अदर, दॅट इज अ कस्टमर आयडी असेल किंवा रोल नंबर असेल, आणि त्याचा मेन पर्पज हा आहे की युनिकली आयडेंटिफाय करायचा. बट सपोज कंपोजिट की म्हणजे काय, की सपोज नेम आहे आणि एखाद्या कस्टमरचा नेम आहे आणि ऍड्रेस आहे, आणि तो नेम, त्या पर्सन नेम आणि त्याचा ऍड्रेस, स्पेसिफिक ऍड्रेस, ह्या दोन कॉलम्स कंबाईन करून त्या क्लायंटची आयडेंटिटी क्रिएट होती. दॅट इज नथिंग बट द composite key. We are combining two or multiple columns, and by using these two columns combinations we are identify that record, that tuple unique way. So composite key is a primary key composed of multiple columns. That's why it's called as a composite, used to identify records uniquely. In our database, we have two people with the same name, Robert Phil, but they have different places. See here now. Here, if you look carefully, Robert Phil. These are two different persons because their address are the difference. Robert Phil. So by combining the full name as well as the physical address, we can identify these record unique way. Okay. So in our database, we have two people with the same name. With the same name but different address. Hence, we require both full name and address to identify a record uniquely. This is nothing but the composite key concept. Are you getting, student, the concept of the composite key? Yes. Hope so. You are getting the concepts. Now, just continue the concept keys and functional dependencies. This is the most important concept, that is the functional dependencies. Please listen carefully, everyone, because the others normal form, that is the 2NF, 3NF, these are totally dependent on these concepts. If you are getting these concepts, that is a functional dependency, then and then you can able to grab that concept. Okay, listen carefully. Now just we learn the primary key as well as the composite key. Now the functional dependencies. See, the functional dependency is a relationship that exists between the two attributes. In maths also you are writing that is x functionally dependent on y, x gives y. So that means you are putting the values on x and you will get the values of y, like that. But in DBMS, that concept is totally different. Here, you never put the values of x and after calculating you will get y. It's not like that. Here is the concept of the functional dependency is that it typically exists between the primary key and non-primary key attribute within a table. See, the functional dependency is the relation between the two attributes x and y, a and b. Two attributes तिथे लागतच आहेत. आणि the left side of FD, that is FD, is known as the determinant, and the right side of the production is known as the dependent. मग इथे x हा काय झाला डिटर्मिनंट झाला आणि y हा काय झाला डिपेंडंट झाला. फक्त इथे फंक्शनल डिपेंडन्सी हाच आहे की x जर आपल्याला माहित असेल then we can able to find it out the y. आपण काय करतो मॅथ्स मध्ये काहीतरी एक्स ची व्हॅल्यू पुट करतो आणि काहीतरी मॅथमेटिकल फॉर्म्युला अप्लाय करतो अँड देन वी विल गेट द वाय. तर इथे असं नाहीये. तर इथे काय आहे की आपण एक्स ची व्हॅल्यू वरून आपण वाय ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला मिळते किंवा आपण शोधू शकतो. वी कॅन फाइंड बिकॉज वी आर डीलिंग विथ द टेबल्स. वी आर डीलिंग विथ द टेबल्स. सपोज फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथे जर तुम्हाला एम्प्लॉई आयडी फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुमच्या क्लास रिलेटेड फॉर एक्झाम्पल A10 म्हटलं मी रोल नंबर किंवा B30 लाईक दॅट असं जर म्हटलं B30 बी डिव्हिजन तर काय होईल की त्या रोल नंबरवरून आपण तो पर्सन फाइंड आउट करू शकू किंवा वी नो द नेम ऑफ दॅट पर्सन लाईक दॅट. मीन्स if we know the A, if we know that determinant, we can find out the dependent. This is the main concept of the functional dependency. That means y is totally dependent on x, like that. सपोज जस्ट आपण नेम घेतलं एखाद्या स्टुडंटचं तर त्याच्यावरून होल कॉलेजमधून फाइंड आउट करणं थोडस डिफिकल्ट असतंय. पण स्पेसिफिक रोल नंबर वरून जो तुम्हाला दिलेला आहे आयडी जो दिलेला आहे त्याच्यावरून तो आपण लगेच फाइंड आउट करू शकू. So the left side of FD is known as the determinant and the right side of the production is known as the dependent. Here x is the determinant and y is the dependent. For example, assume we have the an employee table with its attributes employee ID, employee name and employee address. आपल्याकडे काय आहे एम्प्लॉई टेबल आहे with its attribute ID, name and address. So employee ID is quite obvious, is used to uniquely identify the record. And employee name attribute of the employee table, because if we know the employee ID, we can tell that the employee name associated with that it. So functional dependency can be written as over here employee ID, functional dependency employee name. We can say that here employee name is functionally dependent on employee ID. This is the very simple concept. That is the functional dependency. Okay. We are learning very new concept, functional dependency. Now, the functional dependency, Armstrong axiom in a functional dependency tells that the term Armstrong axiom refers to the sound of the complete set of interference rules. Axiom means rules, which we are going to apply on to learn these concepts, that is the functional dependency. And this is invented by the Armstrong, okay, and it introduced by the William Armstrong, that is used to test the logical implication of the functional dependency. And according to his, there are four types of FD, that is the functional dependency. First one is the trivial functional dependency, non-trivial functional dependency, multi-valued functional dependency, and transitive functional dependency. Please note down these points. Is there any doubt till now? Yes. Is there any doubt, any query here? Okay. Yes, at least reply yes, no. Are you getting, students? Okay, thank you. Let's see these dependencies types, each and every one. First one is a tribal functional dependency. In tribal functional dependency, a dependent is always a subset of determinant. You know the concept of the subset in set theory. Tribal functional dependency in that dependent x functional here x arrow y, that means y is functionally dependent on x, and according to the tribal functional dependency, dependent y is always subset of determinant x. That is, if x functionally dependent on y, that is nothing but the y is a subset of x, then it is called tribal functional dependency. Okay. Let's see the example. If we say, if we combine these roll number as well as the name, then and roll number, name, composite, and it functionally gives name, functionally dependent name, that is, it is tribal functional dependency since the dependent name is a subset of determinant set roll number comma name. Okay, here first we are creating to the composite key, and using roll number and name we are creating the composite key. And if we look carefully, the combination of these two is totally in that name is the dependent, totally dependent on the combination of the roll number comma name. So we can say that a name is subset of determinant set roll number comma name, as well as the similarly roll number gives roll number. It also an example of the tribal functional dependency. Okay, जो डिपेंडंट असतो ना तो डिटर्मिनंट वर टोटली सबसेट असेल त्याचा, तर त्याला ट्रायबल फंक्शनल डिपेंडन्सी म्हणतात इन शॉर्ट. Now, the second is the non-trivial functional dependency. In non-trivial functional dependency, a dependent is strictly not a subset of determinant. Trivial means subset आहे, non-trivial means subset नाहीये. Suppose x gives y and y is not a subset of x, then it is called non-trivial functional dependency. How? See, here roll number, according to roll number we can find out the name. And it's a non-trivial functional dependency since dependent name is not a subset of determinant roll number. Roll number वरून आपण name find out करतो, but it does not mean the name is dependent on roll number just. That is a non-trivial. It's not a subset. Name हा roll number चा subset आहे का? नाही. But still x gives y. Okay, it's a non-trivial functional dependency because it's not a subset, but it's functionally dependent. Similarly, if you combine roll number comma name set and it functionally dependent on age by using roll number and name, we can find out the age of that student or employee. Then it's also non-trivial because though we find out the age of that student or employee, but it's not a subset of a roll number name set. That's why it's non-trivial functional dependency. Okay. Just note down these points. Now let's see the third type of functional dependency, that is the multi-valued functional dependency. In multi-value functional dependency, entities of the dependent set are not dependent on each other. Now multi-valued. आता multi-valued नेम आहे म्हणजे काहीतरी मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यूज आहेत तर ते कुठे आहेत तर डिपेंडंटच्या अंडर मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यूज आहेत किंवा मल्टिपल सेट्स घेतोय. सपोज इफ ए गिव्स सेट बी कॉमा सी इफ देर एक्झिस्ट बी कॉमा सी हे सगळे ऍट्रिब्यूटची नाव आहेत, कॉलमची नाव आहेत. ओके, ए गिव्स बी comma c, this is a set if there is exists, and there is no functional dependency between b and c, then it is called a multi-valued functional dependency. A gives b comma c, but there is a no functional dependency. There should not be any dependency. Then it's called as a multi-valued functional dependency. Let's see the example. Here the table with the roll number, name and age, and roll number gives name comma age. Here is a set. It's a multi-valued functional dependency since the dependent name and age are not dependent on each other. Yes, they are dependent. No, not at all. That is nothing but the name. There is a no existence between the name, age functionally dependent on name, as well as the name does not functionally depend on age. It doesn't exist. Okay. Then it's called as a multi-valued functional dependency. सी इथं ए गिव्स बी कॉमा सी आहे, पण बी अँड सी जरी डिपेंडेंट असले ए वर, पण त्यांच्या दोघांमध्ये काही डिपेंडन्सी नाही बी एज वेल एज सी मध्ये. जस्ट डिटर्मिनंट, सिंगल डिटर्मिनंटने ते दोन्ही आयडेंटिफाय होतात. सो इट्स कॉल्ड मल्टी व्हॅल्यूड फंक्शनल डिपेंडन्सी. Note down these points. Okay. Let's see the last types of dependency, that is the transitive functional dependency. In transitive functional dependency, dependent is identically dependent on, indirectly dependent on the determinant. Now left side is the determinant, right hand side is the dependent, and in between arrow is there, you know now that one. Now let's see, A gives B, A functionally dependent, B gives C. Then according to the axiom of transitivity, here A gives B, B gives C, that is A gives C. This is transitive functional dependency because here C is indirectly dependent on A. C, A gives B, see over here carefully. Here there is a functional dependency, that is B is functionally dependent on A and C is functionally dependent on B. So according to the axiom of transitivity, A gives C, that is C indirectly dependent on A. This is nothing but the transitive functional dependency. Okay, let's see this concept with an example. See over here. Here roll number, name, department and building number is given. Now roll number, department and means department, the dependent is department is dependent on roll number and department gives building number. Here the building number is dependent on the department. Assume this. Hence, according to the axiom of transitivity, roll number gives building number, that is the building number is transitive functional dependent on roll number. And it is a valid functional dependency. This is an indirect functional dependency. Hence, it is called transitive functional dependency. Okay. Please note down these points. These are the one important concept for you. Now, second NF. Let's learn second NF, that is the second normal form. We already know the first NF form. That means when we call as a any table in the first NF, when each and every domain represent should be atomic, and every record we can identify in a unique way. Now, second NF is more stricter than the first NF. And when we want to convert that particular table into the second NF, then that table should be in a first, that relation first in a first NF form. This is the first rule. And in the second N normal form, all non-key attributes are fully functional depend on a primary key. I am repeating the second NF normal form rule. First rule is what? The relation must be in first NF. And all non-key attributes are those ज्या ऍट्रिब्युट्सवर ज्या कॉलमवर आपण काहीच की अप्लाय केलेली नाहीये, त्याच्यावर प्रायमरी की अप्लाय केली नाहीये ना दुसरी आणखीन सुपर की असं काही अप्लाय केलेलं नाहीये. दीज आर द नॉन की ऍट्रिब्युट्स, नॉन की कॉलम्स आहेत. And these columns are fully functional dependent on the primary key. म्हणजे आता तुम्ही हे एक लक्षात घ्या की जेव्हा आपण फर्स्ट NF मध्ये कन्वर्ट केला, जस्ट इच अँड एव्हरी रेकॉर्ड आपण युनिक वेनी, हा आपला ओरिजिनल टेबल आहे. या ओरिजिनल टेबल वरून आपण ह्या रेकॉर्ड फर्स्ट NF मध्ये कन्वर्ट केला. But in this record, there is no such things which we are applying, or we are not applying over here any primary key. Just we are separating each and every cell, which may contain only a single value, and we are converting this table into the atomic field. आता इथे हा कन्सेप्ट आहे की हा जो आहे तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला काय आहे की नॉन की attributes are fully functional depend on the primary key. Means first now we have to apply the primary key for this table. To second NF मध्ये प्रायमरी की हा आज आपल्याला अप्लाय करायची आणि नॉन की जे ऍट्रिब्युट्स आहेत दीज ऍट्रिब्युट्स आर फुल्ली फंक्शनल डिपेंडंट. पहिला तर फॉर्म आपण क्वाइट ऑफ व्ह्यूज कंप्लीट केलेला आहे की त्याला फर्स्ट NF मध्ये कन्वर्ट केलेला आहे. सो हाऊ टू अप्लाय प्रायमरी की. मग आपण प्रायमरी कीचे मेन पॉइंट्स काय आहेत की दॅट शुड बी युनिक, दॅट शुड नॉट बी रिपीटेड वन. आता इथे जेनेट जोन्स हे 2 टाइम्स आहेत, रॉबर्ट फील्ड हे 2 टाइम्स आहेत, कारण की एकच रेकॉर्ड आपण ऍटॉमिक व्हॅल्यूज येण्यासाठी, कॉलम्स येण्यासाठी सेपरेट केलेलं आहे. मग इथे 1 जर आपण अप्लाय केलं एम्प्लॉई आयडी म्हणा किंवा जे काही असेल, तर प्रायमरी कीचा जो कन्सर्न आहे की इट शुड बी अ युनिक, तर तो फुलफिल होत नाही. बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट वी हॅव टू break this table into 2 tables. We have to break this table into 2 tables. मग फुल टोटल युनिक नेम्स किती आहेत तिथे? इथे जेनेट जोन्स, रॉबर्ट फील्ड and Robert Field. Though the name is common, the physical address is different. See over here. So there are total 3 unique record actually. So we are applying the one, we are adding one new column, that is the membership ID. Membership ID, full name, physical address, and salutation. We are dividing these these one table into two tables. First one includes the membership ID, that which is nothing but the primary key of these tables, and another table, that is the table 2, which is also membership ID and movie rented. Okay. का आपल्याला टेबल डिवाइड करायची गरज झाली इथे तुम्हाला लक्षात येते का? कारण की आपण आपल्याला आता प्रायमरी की अप्लाय करणं अकॉर्डिंग टू द सेकंड एनएफ हे मस्ट होतं. बट on this table can we apply the primary key? Yes, if you apply 1 2 3 4 5, but it's a repeated record. Janet John, these are the two records, but the same persons is there. Okay, so that's why here the multiple values चा रेकॉर्ड जो होता, दॅट इज अ मूवीज रेंटेड, तो आपण मेन टेबल पासून सेपरेट केलाय, कॅटेगराइज केलाय आणि इथे दोन टेबल तयार केलेत बघा. एक नवीन फील्ड अप्लाय केलेली आहे, फील्ड नाही, ऍट्रिब्यूट मेंबरशिप आयडी, फुल नेम, फिजिकल ऍड्रेस अँड सॅल्युएशन अँड मूवीज रेंटेड याच्यासाठी. तर आता जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर टेबल 1 मध्ये आपण मेंबरशिप आयडी इज द प्रायमरी की विच इज गोइंग टू युनिकली आयडेंटिफाय ईच अँड एव्हरी रेकॉर्ड, आणि टेबल 2 मध्ये मेंबरशिप आयडी मूवी रेंटेड आउट आहे. तर हियर मेंबरशिप आयडी इज वर्क एज अ फॉरेन की. Here we have divided our first NF table into two tables, table 1 and table 2. Table 1 contains the member information and table 2 contains the movie rented information. We have introduced new column that is called membership ID, which is the primary key for the table 1, and record can be uniquely identified in a table 1 using the membership ID. Okay, are you getting, students? In this way, we are converting our form into second NF. Now, here the non-key attributes. Non-key attributes are over your physical address. These are the dependent on the membership ID. Is it? Name, address, as well as the solution. These are the dependent on the membership ID. Hope so you are getting the concept of the second NF. Is there any doubt? Let me know. We are stopping here only today. Any doubt? Okay. Attendance, please. Roll number 1. Attendance, please. Roll number 1.
Present.
2.
Present.
3, 4, 5, 6 are present. 8, 9 also present. 10. Roll number. Roll number 10. 11. Roll number 11. 12, 13, 14, 15 are present. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 also present. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 also present. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 also present. 35, roll number. Roll number 35. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, present. 41. Roll number 41. 42, 40, 42 present. 43. Roll number 43. 44. Roll number 44. Are you there? Pradeep Ingle.
Yes, madam.
Okay. 45. Roll number. Roll number 45. 46, 47 present. 48. Roll number. Roll number 48. Are you there? 49. Roll number 49. 50.
Present.
51. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. Roll number 56. 57. 58.
58 present.
59, 60, 61 present. Yes. 62. 62. 63.
Yes.
64. Roll number 64. 65. 66. 67.
Present, ma'am.
68, 69 present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Present, ma'am.
70. 71. 72. Okay. So option number are 10, 35, 41, 43, 45, 48, 49, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 62, 64, 65, 66, 70, and 71. Okay, is there anyone remaining? Okay. Today, bye bye, students.